Hey guys, it's me, Michael, Resolve Life Training. You can probably see I'm in the middle of my workout. I've already done half the bike. Well, actually, I'm 2/3 of the way through it. And half my bike, just finished my run. I'm getting ready to finish up my bicycle ride. While I was out running, I had a thought, and I think it's an important thought. So I'm going to stop before I get on the bike, and I just want to put it out. Okay? So, because of the job I have right now, it's a temporary job, but it's the job I have right now, and I'm doing it full time. I'm allowed to pay myself every single night, okay, which I do. And for a lot of people that doesn't make sense, but I like to attend to my business every single day, and this particular job affords me the opportunity to do that. So let me tell you basically what I do at the end of every shift. I take the money I make more than this, but let's just to keep it even, a nice round number. Let's just say I make $100 in however many hours. I make $100. I take $50 of that and I move it over to the account we pay bills out of. Now, by that I mean Trina's account, because it wouldn't matter how much money I have, I would forget to pay the bills and I would be living under a bridge with $1,000 in my wallet. Okay? I'm self-aware. I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses. So I take half that money and I put it in the bill paying account, whatever the actual amount of money is. So using my model, that leaves me $50 left for myself. About 6 weeks ago, I started taking 5 of that and putting it into a savings account. And that is an actual number, regardless of how much I make. I take 5 of it and I put it into an account. Now, the first few days I'm looking at that, I can monitor that account on my phone, but here we are about 5.5, 6 weeks later, and now all of a sudden that $5 has turned into $200. Now that's not a life-altering amount of money, but it is significant. It's a measurable amount, okay? There's a good possibility if you open your wallet right now, you got 60, 80 bucks in it, you don't have 200, that's in the bank. I have 200. Those insignificant little $5 contributions have, in aggregate, become $200. Now, had I have tried to do that in 4 attempts, take my $100 and pull $50 out and put it into savings, well, that would be significant. That would take away half my money I have to work with. That's a significant chunk. But at $5 at a time, it's almost... You almost don't feel it at all. I mean, it's $5. It's insignificant. You still got $95 left to work with, or $45, or whatever you got. But if I'd have tried to do it in 4 big chunks, $50 at a time, that would have cut my money in half. Really would have been a blow, based on the money I'm using as my model. So, who am I to lecture you about money? I make 40 grand a year. I'm nobody, and I understand that. I'm getting ready to segue into something different. This year I had a pretty significant set of goals. It was almost a crucible, to be honest with you. It was ride my bike from Key West to Canada, do 50,000 feet of climbing on the Jacob's Ladder, bicycle 5,000 miles, and run 500 miles. That is a significant test of my fitness capacity, however limited it may be, or however good it may be. That's a pretty significant test. Now, this is not a test I can cram for. I can't wait till January and go knock out all those thousands of miles. Okay, I'm going to have to contribute a little bit every single day. And this is where we always get, well, screwed up, for lack of a better term. We always say we don't have enough time. I don't have time for that. If you look at my other model from the banking, I'm only pulling out $5 a day. I'm leaving myself $45 for myself, $50 for the bills. However you work it, $5 in the bank, $95 for me. However I determine to allot that money, I put 5 in the bank, 95 for me. I have 24 hours in a day. I'm allotting somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour, 15 minutes daily to achieving this goal of Key West to Canada, 50,000 miles on the Jacob's Ladder, 5,000 miles of biking, 500 miles of running. I'm only taking 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes out of every single day to contribute to that goal. I have 24 hours in a day. That leaves me 23 hours left. What I'm trying to say is, this goal, if I put it down on paper, it absolutely just seems daunting. It's overwhelming. Just like that $50 contribution to savings out of my $100 bill. That is a significant chunk. That is daunting. That is overwhelming. But if I take 10 days and I put $5 in a day, I still have $50, but I've left myself $95 a day to work with. If I take my 24 hours a day and I contribute 1 hour a day to this goal for 365 days, that is 365 hours of work. But I'm still leaving myself 23 hours a day. That's like 3,000 something hours to myself. It's more manageable that way. Look, I don't know if that was a good analogy, but that's the analogy that spun through my head. Okay? If you want to save $200, just put $5 a day in the bank for what is it, 40 days. Okay? Leave yourself $95 a day to work with. All right? If you want to reach your goal, you want to go back to school, you want to take some correspondence courses and get a promotion at work, you want to get better at nutrition, you want to get fitter, you want to get faster, you want to gain more endurance, give it an hour a day. You still have 23 hours a day for yourself. That 1 hour a day over the course of 3 or 4 days, I understand it sounds insignificant. But that 1 hour a day over a year, that's 365 hours committed to your goal. Okay? You start compounding that over 2 years, 4 years. Okay, now you're talking thousands of hours invested in whatever. Training, education, fitness, nutrition, your promotion, your family, whatever it is. An hour a day doesn't seem like much, but in aggregate it can turn into thousands of hours over the next few years. And I don't care what it is you pick. Earl Nightingale once said that if you were to pick a subject and study that subject for 1 hour a day, in 5 years you would be a nationally recognized expert in that subject. This is 60, 70-year-old science. Take your goal, give it an hour a day for a month, 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. Save $5 a day for a month, 12 months. You see where I'm going with this? All of a sudden, it's $500-600 a year, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. It's all an aggregate. Okay? You got to think the long game on this shit. And that's what I have to tell myself every day. I'm telling you only because I spent the past 30 minutes running around this lake telling this to myself, because I'm feeling like what I'm doing is insignificant. Jesus Christ, I've got 300 more miles to run. Like, fuck, my legs hurt, my joints hurt, I'm tired, I'm hungry. This is what I told myself. $5 a day for 40 days is $200. Okay? 17 miles of running a week is 68 miles a month. That's 680 miles in 10 months. It's fine. It'll add up. It will eventually become what I want it to be. But I got to tell myself this shit, because 3/4 of the way around this lake, I wanted to stop. This sucks. It's hot. It's humid. Look at this. I could wring this shirt out. I'm uncomfortable. It's only an hour. I got 23 more. Look at it that way. You can go back to school 3 hours a week. You can study correspondence courses and get a promotion at work in 3, 4, 5 hours a week. You can get online. You can't throw a rock without running into 10,000 people on YouTube willing to teach you nutrition for free, or teach you how to do a push-up or a sit-up or a pull-up. They're out there. There's 10, 15, 100, I don't know, 200,000 people on YouTube want to teach you how to do a push-up, what a macronutrient is, how many calories you should be eating for your height, your weight, your sex. They're out there. It only takes 4 or 5 hours a week. And I'm telling you because I just spent 30 minutes telling me. That's it. I'm going to cut it off. If I don't now, I'm going to start rambling. I'm Michael, Resolve Life Training. I hope this helped.